The story of John. I was always known to be early for school. That's because I woke up with the roosters crow. I had the keys to the doors. Because I was the school janitor. I preferred to be alone. No one ever saw me with friends. I was always as calm as the Sea of Galilee. I was fair-skinned. And very bright in my studies. My outstanding performance made me the center of attention. And my scholarship was certain. I walked up to the podium alone. Reproach was written all over my face. Tears burst out and I couldn't hold them back. The spectators were confused, they couldn't understand this. I collected the award and gently climbed down. I went straight to my seat and frowned. I fervently prayed for the gathering to end quickly. And childishly snuck away at the end of the ceremony. Friends, the press, and my admirers searched for me in vain. But I was already at home. What could be the reason behind his actions? He's so reserved, and his attitude is a blanket of confusion. The head teacher told his colleagues. And promised to go and check on me. The principal talks to John. John, you're extraordinary in all things. But I notice sadness reflecting in you. The school expected you to be properly celebrated on graduation day. But not a single family member honored your day. Tell me, John. I'm your principal. I'm old enough to be your father. I'm always proud of you, John, and I think of you as my son. You cannot bottle it up, please talk to me. I leaned on the mango tree. And tried to search for something unknown in the sky. I gently adjusted my necktie. I coughed, and said, "Thank you for your concern, sir." "I'm listening," John said, the principal. I breathed deeply and continued. My environment made me what I am. I was born a tiger, but I grew like a ram. I can remember the night I was informed. And since then, my life has been changed. I started to blame people. Simply because I became hypothetically lame. My world was torn apart. Hatred burns inside me. Not toward my neighbor, but toward myself. I am in the midst of a troubling sea. I won't see any of my siblings anymore. To me, the world became a huge desert. I have no one to call a sibling, and I act singularly. No brother, sister, father, or mother. I was left to grow up with my grandmother. Principal, what keeps me going is the flame that keeps burning. Home. Yes, of course. This vexation and loneliness keep me focused. That news of the accident became an echo. I don't know why I was left out. I wept that day because I felt like an alien left behind in this world. Each time my friend teased me, I couldn't find a passionate word. Anger has taken the lion's share of my passion. Each day I shrink from life. I don't know the meaning of my life. You awarded me a scholarship to university. Why should I rejoice when my life is full of complexity? Sir, John isn't my real name. It's an acronym of my siblings' names. J stands for Janet. O for Oyendamola. H stands for Hope. N stands for Noah. My real name is Olujoba Hope. I wonder why they all ran away with death. Being called John keeps them in my heart. Because I will never be conscious of them staying on earth. My principal, do you see the reason why I am what I am? I finished and let the tears flow freely. The principal was completely stunned. Each time he opened his mouth, he quickly shut it. Finally, he said, "John, now I get it. Son, I understand the atmosphere that surrounds you. There is confidence greater than this tragedy in you. And it has been that confidence seeing you through. Actually, my confession about you yesterday was true. Since you were transferred to this school, you have become a tool for transformation. And I was thinking about meeting your parents. I never knew you were bottling up this predicament. John, I have only one thing to say, and that is, you are prepared for it. I'm prepared for it. Prepared to lose my parents and siblings in one day. Prepared to live in a mirage all my days. Prepared to live the rest of my life in silent agony. Sir, do you know what it is to be in jeopardy? I'm not sure you know what the vibration is. No, you don't see the image, I said and hissed. Mr. Whale, The principal approached me in silence and held my hand, and with a voice very faint, he said, "Walk with me." We left the mango tree, and the breeze of conversation directed our path. As we discussed, he gently patted my back. "Now, do you see why I said so? I might not explain it all right now, but please always remember you are prepared for it. Now, can we stop by to eat?" "Good." He didn't wait for my approval. We were served pounded yam and ikasi soup upon our arrival. "I wish you the best life in your university." I smiled as I watched the principal vanish into obscurity. John and his grandmother. "You have never been late, John. Where have you been, son?" Grandmother asked, sitting by the door. I only smiled and helped her move the chairs on the floor. "I was out with my principal down the street." "Oh, thank God, I was getting worried." "Grandma, I'm sorry. I have something to say." "Son, tell me all of it right away. If I travel for 4 months, how will you manage?" "Home. In my condition and at my old age?" "I can't say, but why this question?" "I have been given a scholarship to further my education. And I have the whole next week to do the necessities. And I couldn't do anything without consulting you first. I rejoice with you, Olujoba. It is my prayer that you will become a continent. And this is just the prelude of God's intent." "Mother, that means I would be away for 4 months. How will you take care of yourself?" "Anyway, I have decided not to accept the scholarship." "My son, have you ever wondered about the initiatives behind the great ship? What created the wonders of this world? Did you ever consider why giants often trip and fall? But worms don't, because all they do is dig and crawl. If fear of my welfare makes you lose the scholarship, you have already lost me." Great men see anxiety, depression, and dilemma as a foundation, built like Columbus's. Please don't let yours become a wall erected around us. I might be blind, yet I can blink, and my blindness is full of bliss. In truth, you have been my eyes and my legs. With my old age, feeble limbs, and damaged eyes, nothing much is expected of my rottenness. To cook, fetch water, and in no time I will become a pack of filthiness. Son, I know all these and more make you sad. You will be sadder if you end up in rags. When I was a young maid, so beautifully and heavenly made, I dreamed a lot. My hope, faith, and expectations were full of salt. I wanted to be great, successful, and a renowned nurse. For a second, I never thought of anything else. I followed my dream, and I kept to my nursing career. During one of my practicals, I had my eyes shattered. That began the restructuring of my entire existence. I prayed for an earlier death, but yet I grew in my impotence. The worst now is the perspective of society. As an old blind woman, that monstrous disaster became an associate. I have been labeled a witch, and only a few didn't hate me. The level of my poverty also reinforced people's opinion. Truly I am poor, but I am proud, and my pride is like a unicorn's. You make me proud, and you are my pride. I have grown to admit life doesn't always offer a smooth ride. With that, I could sleep while the roof was ablaze and snore with amusement. For I have learned to know nothing can be more amazing than amazement. The level of my poverty added worse to my sanity. I have friends, but none could agree with my illness. My mates in faith accused me of unfaithfulness. Son, if need be, the sacrifice I will be for your breakthrough. I knelt beside my grandmother, held her hand, cried softly, and felt so bitter. Grandma, I called, and together we wept. Son, go and eat. You will be great in this life. And if God permits, I will live, and together we shall wonderfully laugh.